Hey folks, John Strosa here from Strosa Legal Nurse Consulting, and I am on my way back home from a case, and I wanted to just quickly jump on and for a couple of minutes because there's something that happened yesterday that I wanted to discuss, but I didn't have time to do this video yesterday. So as you know, as I get ideas from my actual experiences, and whenever I can, I do a video about it. When it comes to legal nurse consulting, specifically in the realm of defense medical exams, or DMEs, or some people call them IMEs, independent medical exams, but they're not really independent. I went over this in another video. They're very biased because the defense doctor, the opposite side, is examining the patient. So it's a defense medical exam, not an independent medical exam. But talking about DMEs and talking about the defense, the opposite side, because I always work with the plaintiff attorney, okay? The plaintiff attorney and the plaintiff client. When it comes to the defense, and you are at the DME with the doctor, a possible interpreter, and you as the observer and recorder, nobody from the defense side is allowed to be present, okay? So like if the attorney comes from the opposite side, or a representative, or a paralegal, or just somebody that isn't either the doctor and you and the client and an interpreter, then it's not allowed. They're not supposed to be there, and you have to tell them, hey, sorry, you're not allowed to be here. Here's the code. Nobody from the defense can be here, okay? And so I've had to do that a few times with an attorney, with a representative, something. I don't remember what they said they were. Well, yesterday when I came into the room, they said, oh, somebody else is here for the same case. And I was like, who is it? The interpreter? We don't need an interpreter. And they said no. And then he came and he said, oh, I'm a court reporter. You know, the people that they write everything, type everything that is said in court and in depositions or whatever it may be. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I said, who sent you? And he said, oh, the defense sent me. The defense. I said, and then I automatically said, oh, well, sorry, you can't be in here. Yeah, sorry, you can't be in here. And so he's like, oh, really? I didn't know that. And says, yeah, call your attorney and tell them that you're not allowed to be in here because you're from the defense. And I went out and I called the plaintiff attorney in the meantime. I didn't speak to the attorney, but I spoke to somebody in the office, and I explained, hey, somebody's here claiming they are a court reporter, and they said the defense sent them. And whoever answered said, oh, yeah, that is highly irregular. We didn't know about this. Let me try to contact the attorney and let you know. Please stay on hold. So I stayed on hold. She went. After like 5 or 6 minutes, she came back. She said, you know what, this is highly irregular and we didn't know about it, but after talking to the attorney and he talking to the other side, he's allowed it. So the plaintiff attorney allowed this court reporter sent by the defense to be present. In my opinion, it was totally redundant because I'm not only audio recording the whole thing that can be shared with both parties, I'm also taking notes of everything that the doctor does, the client's responses, things that can't be heard in the recording, like grimacing or something like that, grunting in pain, or a weird face, or weird faces that the doctor may make. There's a doctor that really makes weird faces and like kind of looks down on every client whenever we go, and it's like an attitude thing, and I document all that. But I'm there to record. So anyway, I told him, hey, I spoke to my attorney and he said that you are allowed to be there. I said, oh, okay, good. So we proceeded. But my point is, whenever there's somebody from the defense, they are not allowed to be there, for one. And make sure you call the attorney and let them know, hey, this guy was here, this guy, the attorney from the other side was here, and that is a big no-no because they're not supposed to be there, okay? But being that it was a court reporter and they're really neutral, even though they're paid by the defense, you know, it was just redundant in my opinion, why they were there. Um, because there is a court reporter or someone who will transcribe everything that is said the in the recording. The audio, audio recording is not admissible in court, I don't think, but the transcript by a court reporter is. So I don't know exactly all the intricacies and how that works, but and I found out about this when I testified a few weeks ago. I made a video when I went and was a rebuttal witness. The court reporter was there, and when the judge would tell him, "Can you read him back the question?" and they would read exactly what was there. So, and when they didn't play my recording, but they read a transcript of the recording, because apparently the recording itself is not admissible in court. I haven't researched this, by the way. I'm just making this video because this happened yesterday. But my point is, somebody from the defense is not allowed in the defense medical exam. Okay? It's only you as the observer, the client, obviously, the plaintiff client, the doctor who is doing the examination. Sometimes there's a staff member present, like taking notes, or as a chaperone. Like if I'm a man, obviously, and the doctor is a man, and it's a female patient, and they're doing an exam, then often there will be a female chaperone, a nurse, or a medical assistant, or somebody from the office secretary who will be in there just to protect us as guys, right? Which is appropriate to do. Somebody from the doctor staff, and then if there's an interpreter who is needed, which I've talked about interpreters to you in the past. But that's basically it, okay? Anyway, if you have any questions about defense medical exams, legal nurse consulting, anything like that, or if you need fitness advice, because I'm also a fit boy nurse, yeah, just comment, send a DM, or yeah, I'll talk to you next time. And I'm headed home. There's a lot of traffic. I took off the shirt that I was wearing on top of this because it was kind of hot, and I like the windows open, and there's a nice breeze, but with the sound I had to close the windows and put my air conditioning on. But anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you have a great day. God bless you guys, and as always, be healthy, be happy.